Everybody, Tim here for Marvel Phase 2, Iron Man 3, 2013. I liked it. Why do so many people have issues with this movie? So, for the first thing that everybody has to point out is this movie is actually directed by Shane Black, not Jon Favreau, although he's like literally the first person you see in the movie. But still, like, Shane Black is really good. The movie takes place at Christmas, which is not a surprise because all Shane Black movies take place at Christmas. Like, look at like Lethal Weapon, stuff like that. But still, I think it was really, really good. So I've seen it a couple of times, and every time I watch it, something different jumps out at me. So I love the opening in 1999. Like I said, Jon Favreau with like the mullet and stuff. The first time I saw this movie, I did not catch that Yavin is in it. Yavin from like the first movie where like in the cave and stuff. So I thought that was great. So on rewatching it, I was like, oh, there he is. How did I miss that the first time? So the main villain for the movie is a couple people. So the first big one, obviously, is Ben Kingsley, who's so good. Like, how do you have Gandhi in a movie? And he's just so crazy. As the Mandarin, the Ten Rings. So when this movie came out long before Doctor Strange, the movie did, and stuff like that. And so MCU, Marvel, and Disney at this point were trying to keep things more real. So, I mean, I can't really imagine the Mandarin being like this magical being with rings and doing all sorts of stuff. Like, so if they were going to do the Mandarin, this is how I would have imagined it. So I think it worked really, really well. That being said, I mean, this movie is 8 years old at this point. So jumping to now, we are about to get a Ten Rings movie. Rumor is the actual Mandarin will show up and we will get a more magical character. So I think it's going to be great. I'm super excited. It doesn't discredit this movie, though. I think he did fantastic. Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian, founder of AIM. I love Guy Pearce. Like, fucking, I've loved Guy Pearce all the time since, like, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which he is now the second actor in the MCU from that movie. I mean, Memento, The Time Machine. I love Guy Pearce. He's a fantastic actor. So I'm super excited for him. It's sad he doesn't really make it. So this movie is definitely take some liberties from the comics, but at the same time they kind of have to. For example, the Iron Patriot, I think they do a great job with turning War Machine into the Iron Patriot. Because in the comics it was Norman Osborn was the Iron Patriot. They don't have the rights to that, so they can't do it. So they did what they had to. Seeing Pepper in the suit for the first time was great. Harley is a fantastic character. I mean, I have a cat named Harley, but that's actually Harley Quinn. But anyways, Harley's great. Ty Simpkins, fantastic. I mean, he's been in like Insidious, Jurassic World, all sorts of movies. He's a great actor. And he does show up in the MCU again. So I'll keep it that for like when we get to it. But it's great. So Extremis itself is an interesting storyline. I liked it. The whole metal thing. I thought it was just a really good story. I think a lot of people had issues more towards the end where Iron Man destroys his suits. He pulls the shrapnel out of his chest and he's just like, nope, this is not going to be who I am anymore. And I mean, granted, again, hindsight, they discredit most of that. But still, I think they did a fantastic job. I think it was a really good movie with great dialogue, great storytelling, and I just really enjoyed the movie as a whole. For the first movie of Phase 2, it does kind of set the landscape. Like, it does kind of get us ready. So, I liked it. It is the first trilogy of the series, and I think they did a fantastic job. I really liked it. So, for those who have seen it, I'm curious what you guys think about the returning characters like Yavin, stuff like that. What do you think of the new characters like Killian and the Mandarin, Ben Kingsley characters, Trevor, the Iron Patriot, Harley? What do you think of all of it? Go ahead, let me know. I'd love to discuss it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you guys next time for Thor: The Dark World.